I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here. 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 Here.
Department heads, Chief Ward.
Here.
Chief Butler.
Here.
And Bob.
Here. Here.
Here.
You received a copy of the minutes of the June 24th meeting. If no corrections or objections, I understand motion accepted.
So moved. Second.
Hooper.
Yes.
Cora.
Yes.
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 Yes. I'd like to announce this time that Brevard City Council may hold executive sessions anytime between this and the next regular stated meeting. Departmental reports?
Well, yes, I have a fire department.
The police? Police, need to be submitted at police?
Do you have one?
Yeah, it was in your box.
They'll be submitted after the meeting. Correspondence, we have a bit of.
We received June 24th, 1:53 p.m. from Gleno Hawbreaker. Is in the amount of $208,082.50. There is a bid bond of 10%. Second one is IA Construction Corporation, received June 23rd, 2:46 p.m. It is in the amount of $191,535. Bid bond of 10% of the total bid amount.
Do no class resolution and the amounts to resolution of that agenda.
I think, Mayor, they would like Pat and I go review them before.
Have you a few minutes?
Yeah, but you can go ahead with your other business, so we'll just try to make it back by the time you get to that.
I'd like to meeting.
I see.
We'll go to that item on the agenda. Now comes the time to petition our visitors. If you'd like to address council, we have to please stand and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening.
Jim Tingley, if you don't.
Everybody knows me, but Jim Tingley, correct, PA 36 Pleasant Street. I just have one question for the council in general. I've been hearing a lot, Tom, you and I have actually had a brief discussion on the whole subject of home rule, the idea of, changing the form of government to home rule or adopting that, however the procedure goes. But I've recently been hearing more, and it's more scuttlebutt on the street, but I wanted to come and hear it from, I won't say the horse's mouth, but the council, okay? About, are you guys considering it? What's the details on it? Because we are hearing about people coming in from Philadelphia and, coming in trying to promote this idea. Is there anything official going on? Are you investigating or can you make any kind of a statement to this?
There's nobody came in from Philadelphia encouraging them to do so. We're trying to explore with open mind and put together a commission to explore. So it's a long process. It's nothing that's going to be done hastily. We're not being influenced by anybody from the outside. And we're looking to do this with open mind. I'm aware that there's a lot of scuttlebutt going on out there, a lot of misinformation, flat out lies, BS, whatever you want to call it. People are saying things like the only reason we want to do this is because we want to be able to raise the millage rate. There's no truth to that at all. We all live here. We pay property tax here. We're not looking at that. We're not at the top of our millage rate right now. And we don't certainly want to raise taxes, but we want to be able to have other avenues to generate revenue other than just raising property taxes. But it's something that needs to be looked at with an open mind with a commission. It's basically going to be an 18-month process. There'll be plenty of public meetings for people to come and talk. There'll be work sessions. It's not going to be done in the dark. Everybody's going to have every opportunity to participate.
How do you anticipate that commission being formed? Who would be the members? Where would they be?
Well, they would have to circulate a petition to be on the ballot, just like anybody would to serve on city council. Is how it works. There's been a couple people come forward and are interested in serving on it. When is the deadline for that?
August, sometime we gotta start getting petitions going.
Yeah, the petitions would circulate in August and wouldn't be on the ballot this fall to have their names placed on it. They have to be elected to that commission.
So they would have to get on the ballot this fall, this November's election?
Yeah, it's not like a typical election where you have a primary election, general election. This is a little bit different. So they would have to circulate petitions to have their name placed upon the ballot, and people vote to approve them in the November election.
So what is the petition process? Is it through the county like other ones, or is it through the city?
Yeah, you would have to circulate a petition, and if you're a Republican, seek only Republican
No, you
signatures.
can, you can seek either.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So you would have to be registered voters from the city of Bradford only, not the county. So that'd be city residents only. Sure.
And at the end of the day, the commission's the one that does the study. It's not the mayor or city council. It's the commission that does the study and recommends whether the city would move forward.
Thank you.
So hypothetically, it would be voted that would be placed on the ballot the following November.
As far as what,
18 months, yeah.
the formation of the committee or the
No.
commission?
But ultimately, if this commission would be elected, they would put together, their proposal, whether or not the home rule would have it placed on the ballot, and then whether or not proceed would have to be approved by the city voters. If they want to move forward, whether the recommendation is from the commission. And there's many ways that can be tweaked. They can put term limits in there, for instance, among other things.
And you think you can do all that commission thing in a year?
Well, so it will be on the ballot to ask the residents if they want to explore this form of government. If they vote yes, and the commission is formed, then this commission will do the study. If they voted down no, even if they have a group of people ready to serve on the commission, if the citizens say no, then it's shot down.
And that's this November?
This November, yes. And then this commission, if put on to do the study, would meet with our reps from DCED twice a month for the next 18 months to get everything lined up to form our home rule charter essentially.
So it wouldn't be on the, it would
It
be
would-
on the ballot next year. It would
No,
have to go into the following year.
It would be on the ballot this year. To do the study, to do the study and form the commission, that's the only time it goes on the ballot. Once the commission's on and they move forward with it, then the commission will either recommend to city council, yes, we want to move forward with home rule charter, or we don't think it's a good idea. But if it's on the ballot for the voters this November, when it's on this November to vote yes, then the study commences.
One more part to that.
Yeah.
Do the voters, the residents or voting residents have the final say whether we go to this? Or does that decided by council based on the recommendations?
It's decided by the commission. Right now, this November, you'll have the option to say, yes, you want to do the study.
So if we say yes, that we want to do the study, but don't like the results of the study, then it sounds like the residents don't have a choice after that.
But that's
So
not-
the idea is to kill it before it gets out.
Okay,
It has to be voted on. No. It's not that the commission is going to determine the future of the city. It does have to be voted.
Okay, so you come back to
Yes.
the ballot.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
And I think another point is that once a commission is formed, city council is not involved at all. We continue as,
I understand.
with city government, and they work to to form that through lots of different ways, but public meetings and working through the process that the state has laid out.
So this commission, if it's formed, ultimately put their findings to the city council?
Imagine that they would make a public presentation of what they'd like to move forward with, to have placed upon the ballot, decided other than. But it's not dictated by city council. That's the idea, is to have it separate, so there's a group of concerned citizens who would recommend this, then we see whether or not it will fly.
Part of the task, Jim, would be to the commission to get educated on the form of government or the opportunities for other forms of the type of government, and get familiar and provide education to the community.
Maybe I'm missing a step here. Does the commission then make the, whatever the process would be, to put it on the ballot? What entity, let's say the commission decides that it's a good idea and we're gonna move forward. What's the entity to put it on the ballot at that point?
I would say it's the commission, and we put it on the ballot based on the commission's finding.
Part of the process is once the committee is formed and they have made all their recommendations, like we think this is a good idea to move forward with the home rule charter, they're going to educate the public as to like what all would be included. There'll be public meetings where citizens can come and address their concerns, ask questions, whatever the case may be. And then ultimately, once we go beyond that, the formation of the home rule charter will be on the ballot for the citizens to vote on, yes or no. So ultimately, who decides whether it's home rule charter will be the citizens of Radisson.
Voters.
Yep.
If you do a little research on it, there's, I think, Lancaster, so there's numerous third-class cities similar to ours have changed their form of government. There's very few third-class cities in Pennsylvania, we've known for years, that have our actual form of government, commission form of government. So, and part of it, so we can, like I said, alternative ways to generate revenue. And unfortunately, Pennsylvania's tax code is basically based on 1965. And you have to change forms of government to be able to generate revenue differently. It's not like, we can't, as a commission form of government, generate revenue other forms of government can. So that's what we're trying to explore.
I think
I think it's special to note too that these people are making this all about the ability to raise property taxes. We have roughly an $11 million budget. We don't even take in $3 million a year in property tax. The city is not running property taxes alone. It's a big misconception of it.
I think that's fair, actually.
What's that?
I said, I think that's obvious. It's very apparent that we do not, the city, doesn't have the base that it used to have. And it's really underwater.
Most cities don't. So, anybody else? Okay. Old business, none. New business. Ordinance number 25801.38, amend solid waste ordinance.
Make a motion? I'll second. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
CO 5561, Sessions 2025, General File 2801.38, calendar number 25, amend ordinance General File number 2801, an ordinance amending an ordinance of the City of Bradford, McKean County, Pennsylvania, providing for solid waste.
so moved.
Second?
Counselor Prober,
Yes.
Cora,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
Yes.
Villarreal.
Yes. Number 38019, approve payment of Central Square Technologies bidding.
Prober,
Yes.
Cora,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
Gall,
Yes.
Villarreal.
Yes. Number 38020, accept and award bid received for 2012 Dodge Charger to Dusty Bishop, please.
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Lopez.
Yes.
Number 38021, authorize the execution of the memorandum of understanding between the City of Bradford and IAFF Local 655, City of Bradford firefighters, council planning.
Second?
Milford,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Number 38022, approve payment to Phillips Llewellyn for home repairs located at 35 Huntsville Street, Louis City.
Yes.
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 Now, before this next verse, we're on to the contract award. Before it's read, the resolution should be reduced to ready. And I've done that, I'll hand this to the city administrator so he has it for the public records. But we've gone ahead and filled in that first blank, suggesting it be awarded to IA Construction. The second set of blanks, we've indicated IA Construction bid was in the amount of $191,535, and that Geo Hallbaker's bid was in the amount of $208,082.50. Filled in the following blanks, the lowest acceptable bidder being IA Construction. The following blank, $191,535. Final set, award the project to IA Construction in the amount not to exceed $191,535. If someone can make that motion, then you can vote.
Until then.
Do you want to give care of this one?
Yeah, well, we can read that one.
Yeah.
If you can read it.
I would make a motion that the,
You know, you, Mark, I'm sorry.
oh, sorry, 38023, and I would move that we be resolved, that the city council of the city of Radford, that the bids for the 2025 resurfacing project be awarded to IA Construction, the amount of $191,000, $535,035 for the second bid.
Well, that's fine with what you've said, since you've
Okay.
identified the number, and we already have the completed written resolution on file with the city administration.
Second?
Council Milford,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Before I say yes, I have to ask Pat Shannon, will we get straight line? I'll say yes.
That's already.
Harry,
Yes. We'd like to thank you all for coming, seeing, we'll be in further bit for the council, but then motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Yes.
Yes. That way, three, you can spell like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.